Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder, Otto Wallin. Get this, Deontay Wilder tipped to fight Otto Wallin for the vacant WBC heavyweight title if Tyson Fury gives up the belt for retirement. Otto Wallin's promoter Dmitry Salita insists that the Swedish southpaw is more than ready to challenge Deontay Wilder for the WBC title if Tyson Fury vacates the belt. The Gypsy King, of course, announced his retirement from the sport of boxing following his 6-round knockout victory against Dillian Whyte on April 23rd. Swedish southpaw Otto Wallin is pushing for the world title shot should Tyson Fury vacate the WBC belt. Deontay Wilder has been named as the possible opponent for Otto Wallin. And he took to social media on Friday stating he is very happy and content with being retired. This is Tyson Fury, and we know what he has said, and Mauricio is forcing his hand. So, let me counterpunch. First off, I think that Tyson Fury is just bullshitting everyone, but I think he's going to give up the belt for a short time. I think he's going to give it up because I think he wants to convince people that he is retired. More importantly, I think he wants to convince himself that he's retired. And once he's retired, I think he'll let that set in. And once that sets in, then other fights happen. And then the result of those fights happening, he will come back and he will fight again. Okay? That's first. But because he will give the belt up, the belt will be up for grabs. Now, if Otto Wallin is up to fight Deontay Wilder, I say let's have it. But there's only one problem. What's the problem, people? The problem is, what about Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce is the number 2. Deontay Wilder's the number 1. So I guess I don't know where Otto Wallin lands in right now. I haven't checked lately. But I know number 1 and number 2 should fight if that's the case. Why not? You know, you got an undefeated Joe Joyce that took out Daniel Dubois. Everybody thought that he couldn't do it. He was too slow. He was too this. He was too that. But he got the job done. Now he's number 2 WBC ranking. And I think he should fight Deontay Wilder over Otto Wallin. But if Otto Wallin is up for it and that's what Team Wilder wants to do, why not? But I'm just saying, you know, what about Joe? You know what I mean? If that's the case, fight Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? Fight Joe Joyce, and then if you beat Joe Joyce, then you can fight Deontay Wilder. But who's Deontay Wilder going to fight? Deontay has to fight somebody for the belt to warrant having the belt. I don't want it to be another situation where he comes out and takes out a guy like Stavern. Okay, I want him to be actually someone. So Otto Wallin has another opportunity to, you know, to prove himself. Now, speaking of Otto Wallin, I feel though, in some weird sense, he deserves a title shot. What do I mean by that? Well, if he would have got the opportunity to fight Dillian Whyte, he might have took Dillian Whyte's space had he beat Dillian Whyte. But there's not set in stone he would. But who said he couldn't beat Dillian Whyte? He just never got the opportunity. So if he did some strange way get the WBC strap or title shot, he deserves it from that reason and that reason only. So some weird way, through that lens, you may can see the way Otto Wallin could get this particular opportunity. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Otto Wallin up for the challenge against Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder for the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.